Welcome back to my channel. Midnight Muse is here. I know it's been, I'm gonna say at least 2 months since I made a video, so I'm really sorry about that. It's just, I was living at my boyfriend's in Toronto, and then for us to save money so we could get our own place faster, I ended up moving back to Oshawa, and it's really hard to film at my parents' place here, just because it's always very busy, always very loud, always very just chaotic. And also I was trying to figure out how to film in my room where I could have like some space and still do it. So don't mind the laundry and the Pringles back there. I will organize that later, but it came down to do laundry or shoot video, and I didn't want to make another excuse to not film. So here I am. And it's perfect. I actually got my new Boxycharm in today for September. I haven't done July or August, though I have been using both of them a lot, but I'll probably just do like a makeup tutorial or something using some of the items from those boxes just to incorporate them to show you how I use them. But I got this one today, which I'm so excited about. I've been following their Instagram like crazy. Just I could not wait because I knew that I was going to be getting one of the Pretty Vulgar palettes in here, and I love Pretty Vulgar, but they are out of my price range. And even now, though we can now get them in Canada, which I had not seen for ages, it is quite pricey. So I was so happy to get this. Also, I know that, you know, everyone and their mother loves warm palettes. For, I don't know, I want to say like 3 or 4 years now, it's been warm palette after warm palette after warm palette, warm shadow, and don't get me wrong, I love a good warm palette, especially in the summertime where my skin isn't quite as pasty as usual. My face always is because I protect it from the sun, but I do get, well, okay, I look pale on camera, but I do get a little bit of a tan. I have weird skin. I'm usually very cream toned, very red toned. But when the light hits me, I think, because my background is West Indian, my skin actually goes from red to yellow, and I go very olive. So I can get away with all those warm tones in the summer. So I love pulling them out then. But for the most part, I live for a good cool tone palette. And this guy here, this beautiful Nightingale, is my cool toned dream of a palette. I cannot wait to break into this. You know, you can go from something very neutral and natural to something really smoky and sexy, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm not going anywhere today, so I might just stick to like the top areas where it's a little bit more on like the lighter side, and then maybe I'll do a smoky tutorial with it another day when I'm going out, maybe even tomorrow, maybe because I'm going to be at my boyfriend's tomorrow. Maybe I'll just bring my camera with me and shoot a smoky look then, since it'll be for the weekend, but we'll see. But I am going to start with this first. Another item that I got in here that I'm going to be using right away are the Alamar brushes that are these guys here, and I've heard really good things about them, so I am very excited to try these as well. I'm actually really excited for just about everything in this box except for the eyeliner, because I did peek at the things in here. I didn't try any of them. I didn't touch any of them. I just looked, but I did get this guy here. I don't even know the brand. It's, oh, Butter London. Never mind. I do know the brand. But it's a roll-on liner like that MAC one, which was terrible. And so has everyone that has ever come out. I hate them. And from what I've seen of reviews, everybody hates them, and I don't know why they keep making them. But you know what? I'll try it just to say that I did. But I do have my favorite NYX liner as a backup, so if it ends up not working out, then I can easily switch that. So I am going to do my eyes first, just because I can't wait to crack into that palette, and because I have never used Pretty Vulgar shadows. I've just seen reviews of them online. I want to make sure that I don't get any crazy fallout, especially since I do very natural makeup. It's very annoying to fix. So I'm just going to get my mirror, which I'm going to try to not block the screen with. I do have my contacts on so I can see, so we'll see. But I'm just going to use my Colourpop. I really honestly don't remember what it's called because I've gotten rid of all the lettering on here, but the filter concealer. It is my favorite thing ever. I use it for to prime my eyes, and then I use it as concealer as well. This one's just about empty. I do have a backup, but it's paler, which I'm holding on to until it gets just a little bit colder and I lose my body tan, because as I said, my face is very pale, but my body isn't as pale, so I do tend to make my makeup just a little bit darker to match my body, so I, you know, blends and all that. So I'm just gonna blend that all across my eyeballs so I have a nice smooth canvas to work on. And a lot of people do like to do a shade that's close to their skin color because they say that it helps them with blending. I don't do that. I've never bothered with that, and honestly it's never made any difference for me, but I think it's because I have a lot of lid space up here, so I blend really high up anyway, so I don't really need that extra ease of blending because I have the space to go up as high as I need to. But if you don't, then obviously using a color close to your skin tone is great. So I'm going to start off with Hide and Seek here, which is a really beautiful matte taupey color. Wow, this is a great mirror in it. Look how big that mirror is. That's nice. All right. So let's see how it goes. It's all right. It's a little bit dusty, but not bad. I'm just going to use that big fluffy Alamar brush. It is not have a name. So just a big fluffy Alamar brush just to get a nice transition color in. It is a really big mirror though, so I'm going to try and hold it to the side as much as possible so that I don't block so you guys can see. But as I said, I do blend very high. I don't know if you can see I'm going right up by my brow bone just to make sure it's all blended out. It's very, very soft, but very, very nice. I do really like it. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. I have a feeling that this is probably going to be my new favorite palette for the fall and winter and probably spring season, because as I said, I do cool tones most of the year, and especially since I now have my red hair back, I like doing cool eyes because I've got all of the red around. All right, that was quite nice. And then I'm going to get a smaller fluffy brush. I'm not going to use the Alamar one because the other two Alamar ones are very small. This one I feel would be really good for like packing on shadows, and I always pack on some kind of shimmer, so I'll use that for that. And then this one is, I think, really good for the under eye, just to like get a really nice crisp under eye line, because I don't tend to fluff out my under eye shadow as much because I have so much extra space up here, but I have almost none down here. I don't have puffy eyes or anything like that, so I find that if I blow out my shadow too much underneath, especially since my eyes droop down, it just makes me look really sad, and no one wants that. So I think next I'm gonna go into Flip Out, and I'm gonna again put that in the transition, but I'm gonna put that a little bit lower, and I'm also gonna focus that more in the outer corner. By the way, I have no plan for what I'm doing right now. I'm just throwing on shadow. I'll try and use as many colors as I can, but no guarantee, because as I said, today is a pretty basic day, and since it has been so long since I have filmed, I kind of just want to like pop on, say hi, say sorry for being away for so long, because I know I did start to get a couple people that were watching me regularly, and then I just disappeared with no word, and you don't deserve that, and I'm quite sorry. This one doesn't blend quite as well as the first one, but I think I might have just picked up too much pigment, but it is, no, it's fine. You just need to work it a little bit more. I just made this a little bit darker than I wanted to, so that's fine. Just gotta add a little bit more over here so we get a nice even blend. Oh, these are pretty though. These are really, really pretty. I really, really like these a lot. They're quite nice. Yes. And then, do you want to go really, really basic? I'm trying to think whether I want to do I think I'm gonna do Clutch. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll do, so I'm gonna do a little bit of dark side first. Just again, get a little bit of shimmer right there, but then I'm gonna go in with Clutch over most of my lid. And this is where I will pull this guy out. I'm just gonna spray it with a little bit of my glowy setting spray from Pixi, because I feel like anytime I use shimmers, I always like to have a nice wet brush, and I'll use the one side in dark side, and then I'll just flip it over and use the other side for Clutch and see how that, ooh, yeah, that's really nice. That is really nice. Yeah, I don't really want to have it like, I just want to have that little bit of shimmer kind of blend. I love having shimmery lids. Like, everyone loves like the all matte look. I am all about that sparkle. I love it. It just makes my eyes look awake. And again, because I have downcast eyes, they are very prone to looking droopy, which is very annoying. No one wants to have droopy eyelids. So now I'm just going into Clutch, which has quite a bit of kickback as well. But yeah, I'm really happy that I wet my brush because it's looking really nice. And this is the kind of thing where I would usually just use my finger. I don't feel like it right now. I'm that, you know, clumsy, messy person where every time I put my finger in and use it with my shadow, it ends up all over my face, all over my hands, all over anything, because I always forget to wipe it off with a makeup wipe right away. And since I'm doing my eyeshadow first because I wanted to be careful of fallout, I don't want to get that all over my face. That is really, really pretty. I like that. I don't know how well you can see it, but it blended like a dream. And then I'm going to use the color Break Free to highlight under my brow bone. I'm going to highlight here with that as well, but not yet because I haven't put my face makeup on, and I'll do that after because if I do it now, it'll just get wiped away with my foundation, and there's no point in that. So let me just get a little brushy guy. Come on, little brushy guy. This works. It's just a little Yves Rocher brush. I actually like to use pencil brushes for my highlight with my shadow because I don't like to put on too much. And I found that I can do, wow, that is way more pigmented than I thought it would be. Let me just actually get a big fluffy, this is a big fluffy NYX brush. It has nothing on it, just to kind of blend that out a little bit, but I'm now really looking forward to using that in my inner corner highlight because I think that'll be great. All right, so let's move on from the palette for now and go into the face. So I'm using the Smashbox primerizer, which I've heard so many people use. It's just a little guy. I just focus. There we go. I got it in my Ipsy yesterday. I tried it out for the first time yesterday and was absolutely flabbergasted with how much I loved it. It's very, very like moisturizing and hydrating, and since my skin is so dry, I absolutely love it because I swear I just put on tons of moisturizer before I started filming and I could already feel how tight my face was. So this is perfect and it makes my skin feel nice. And I found too that my pores are actually starting to do a lot better. They're still there. I still have massive pores. I will always have massive pores. I think I've just finally come to terms with that. And I use blurring primer sometimes, but I find that if I use them like consecutive days in a row, that my pores actually get worse. And I think it's just because it clogs them. So now if I'm going to use a blurring primer, it really is if I have like somewhere special to go. When I want like that perfectly smooth face. Otherwise, I just use a nice moisturizing primer and my makeup just looks really nice and flawless. And my pores are there, but they're not exaggerated. And so it really doesn't bother me on a day-to-day basis. One thing I have gotten really obsessed with, I got it ages ago when it first came out, and I used it once and I hated it, but I realized that it wasn't the primer, because I used 2 primers. It wasn't this primer that I was hating, actually. It was the foundation that I was using over top. It didn't mix with the primer at all, so it made it look like there were little balls on my face, which horrible, and would like flake off. It was gross. But this is the Physicians Formula Spotlight Primer. It is essentially just like liquid highlighter. It says it's an illuminating primer. It is literally liquid highlighter. It makes your face into a giant glow ball, and I am obsessed with it. It makes me happy. Underneath, more of like a sheer coverage foundation or BB cream. Like right now, I've been using that NYX BB cream still. I think I talked about it in my last video. I'm still using it every day, and it looks really nice under that. So I just try to diffuse it on my face as much as I can before I blend it out. But as you can see, like, it's literally just liquid highlighter, and it makes my face look like it's beaming, and it makes me so happy. It does irritate my skin ever so slightly. My skin, you can, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it gets a lot more red after I put it on, but it does fade away after a few minutes, so it's not irritating enough for me not to use it, basically. Not like that Glam Glow mask that I used the other day that everybody uses, just their basic one, like the Super Mud or something, and that is way too irritating on my skin, so I can't use that one. But this is nice. This will not be red in about a minute. And it doesn't look bad on camera. You can't see how red it is in person, so works for me. And I'm just using the Luxie Precision Foundation Brush. It's just like a big fluffy foundation brush, which, again, I hate with foundation, but with BB cream, I really like it because you are able to buff it out so that it blends quite nicely into the skin. Get my BB cream out. It's just the NYX BB cream, and right now I'm using number 2, though most of the year I use number 1 because I am pale, and I have learned to accept that. So again, I just did the same thing as before. I just kind of like put random swipes everywhere and then blend it in to my face. I like to be pretty quick with my makeup. Obviously it takes longer when I'm doing a video because I'm talking through everything that I'm doing, but I am if my makeup's not done in 20 minutes, then I'm quite angry person. The only time I like to spend time on makeup is when I'm doing something very creative or special effects or something like that. Again, I'm pretty sure that I've said this before, but for anyone that might be new here, I do not like to spend the most amount of time on beauty makeup unless I'm doing something interesting. But that's okay. Everyone has their things that they like, and as I said, this channel is an all kind of weird channel. I'm still learning how to film better. Once I do, I will definitely be showing you other things. Like, I've been painting a lot lately, so I would really love to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working on and do some like cooking and baking, just like, because I wanted this to be like an all over creative channel. I do a lot of things. I'm also going to just use some MAC Studio Fix powder very lightly. I'm going to use just my, what is this? My other Luxie Precision Foundation brush, but I barely put any powder on this brush. It's essentially just because I find that if I don't powder where I put, oh shoot, I forgot my concealer. Never mind, I'm concealing first. But I'll still finish what I was saying. If I do not put any powder where I'm putting like my contour, especially, I find, then it gets really patchy. It's just, I think it goes back to the old days from when my skin used to be really oily. It reacts weirdly to things, and those people that I watch on YouTube that have dry skin and they just put on their foundation and then they put on a powder bronzer, I really am jealous of those people like so much, because I have to use tons and tons of hydrating and moisturizing setting spray so that my skin doesn't look cakey, because the moment that I put powder on it, it's like, why have you done this to me? I don't want to be powdered. Ugh. I just want to be glowy, super glowy all the time. Alright, back to the powder. So yes, Studio Fix. Actually, I usually use a fluffier brush than this. I just forgot to put it in front of me and am honestly just too lazy to go and get it. And so yeah, like the tiniest bit of, like, this thing is almost empty. So like literally, and I'm tapping off most of it as well. It's just to set the under eye and make sure that I have powder along here so that when I put on my bronzer, it actually blends. And then the only place that I actually find that I need powder is on my nose, which still gets quite oily throughout the day. The fact that I cover it in highlighter probably does not help at all, but I can't help it. I love it. I just love it so much. All right, got that. And then I have, I believe, I have so many Luxie brushes. This is not, this is a Firma 103 brush. It looks exactly like my Luxie blush brush, which is why I thought it was that. And that's just what I use for my contour. I always switch out my contour slash bronzer brushes because I have a lot of them, and it's sometimes I just like to try something new. Right now I'm really liking this one. This is probably the smallest one that I have. This is definitely more along the lines of more of a blush brush than a classic bronzer contour, but I do like it. I have a very round face that I am actively working on, and I find that it really helps to chisel out my jaw more so that my cheekbones look defined, because underneath all of this I actually do have a very defined face. I know this because I used to be skinny and will be getting, well, I don't want to be skinny again, but I want to lose this chunk. So it takes time, takes effort. Going really well. If you want a health and fitness update, please just comment down below and I can take you like kind of like through my day of what I do to stay healthy and active while dealing with agoraphobia and severe mental illness that makes it hard for me to leave my house. Because there are always ways. You just have to be determined and find strength in yourself, and you can do anything. All right, after that pep talk, my other Boxycharm item that I'm using that I'm excited for is I got this Lorac blush, and it is in just as, oh, Tropic Hues, which is really cool because it looks really pink. It doesn't like to focus. It looks really pink, but I don't know if you could really see it very well there, but it has all this like gold and orange going through it. So I'm hoping to bring some of that out. I love blush. Blush is one of my favorite things, and I love how highlighting. Oh yeah, look at that. That is pigmented. Jesus, I barely tapped into here. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh yeah, look, that is look how sheeny that is. Like, I feel like I almost don't need highlighter. I mean, I'm gonna wear it anyway, but like, that is quite nice. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. And for my highlighter today, I'm going to use my Vasanti brush. It's technically a concealer brush, but I have learned this blush applies Colourpop is it the Colorshock? Supershock highlighters like nobody's business, because they are like a weird, they're not quite cream, they're not quite powder, like there's weird texture. Also, I'm going to be using the On the Cusp from the Zodiac collection. I have the Zodiac collection, I have the highlighter, and I have the palette. So if you would like a tutorial with those, please let me know. I literally use that palette every single day. This is probably my first time not using that, and it's just because I have the new one for my Boxycharm to try, but I cannot get over that palette. I love it to bits. But this highlighter is like, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out of it. Like, it is by far the best thing I have ever used. It is absolutely blinding, and it stays on all day. It is the perfect shade. It was like, it looked a lot more golden when I had more color in like the middle of the summer. And now that it's getting cooler, my skin's already starting to get pale. It's like still like the perfect, look at that sheen. It's just so glowy and beautiful, and I need this forever. So I really hope that Colourpop doesn't stop selling that Kathleen Lights collection, because it is the best thing I have ever seen, and I wish that I'd had the money to buy like 10 of them just so that I would have them forever. So that's that. Gotta do brows because my hair is so red. I'm doing like a weird mix for my brows. Usually I use like more of a pomade. I've actually been using in the August Boxycharm, we got this to be honest pretty horrible eyeliner. And also I'm just gonna be using a brush that I got from when I was back in school. It just says Sheridan College on it. But it's just an eyebrow brush, but it's my favorite. And but anyways, but we got this. Yeah, it's pretty god awful as an eyeliner. It's this brown gel liner. But before I even got my Boxycharm, I had seen Kathleen Light's video about the August Boxycharm, and she said that, you know what, maybe that, and she said that she would try it as an eyebrow gel, and that maybe it would work better that way. And when I got mine, I took one look at it and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely never using this for my eyes. I don't like to wear a light brown eyeliner, but I'll try it on my brows. That sounds like a good idea. And I did. And before, when I still had like the blue hair and the purple hair, that was all I would use because it was like my perfect shade. It kind of, and I did put some red color in my brows, but I do actually have a mixture of auburn and brown in my brows already. So I liked that because since it was a gel, it was heavy duty. It really kind of got rid of that red tone and really ashed it out, which I liked a lot. But now that I have properly red hair again, it is way too ashy. So what I'm doing is I'm using this kind of auburn shade. It's technically an eyeshadow. It's a matte shade. It's from a it looks really red on camera, but if you could see in person, you would see that it's actually very auburn. Also, my hair is not this red in person. I've learned on camera it looks very bright. In person, it's very much a black cherry, and it has a lot of brown and black in it, as opposed to just the red that you really see, like how it is in this like shadowy corner. That's how it looks everywhere, but it's okay. So I put this on, and then just so that I don't have like neon red eyebrows, I get my Essence, what is it called, Make Me Brow? Yeah, Make Me Brow. And really this stuff is like the exact same as the Benefit Gimme Brow. I have noticed no difference whatsoever. If anything, I actually find that this lasts longer, because my issue with the Gimme Brow, which I never minded getting because I work at, just because of where I work, I would get a discount. So like I could get the Gimme Brow if I want to. It's just, it doesn't last. Like I find that after like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks tops, it would be completely dried out and I would have to get another one. And even with a discount, it's still pricey. And it was like, okay, I need something that, you know, has fibers, because I have no brows, and that will last for longer than less than a month and not break the bank. And these Essence guys are $3. And it's the exact same, and it lasts triple to quadruple the amount of time. So, no question. So got that. That's good. I'm going to do the shadow underneath, and then I'm going to try out that horrible liner and probably use my own liner, as I said. But I will pull out where is, keep moving things. I'm going to try out the other Alamar brush that has just that square straight edge. And I'm going to go back into, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to use, no, that's that one. Sorry. Yeah. No, not that. Ah, come on. Where's my brush? There we go. And use it. This is that name that I can't pronounce. That sesame whatever. I'm going to use that in hide and seek. Because as I said, I don't really blow out my under eye very much, but I do just a tiny bit. And then I want to use the Alamar brush for flip out just to kind of give it some more definition. Oh, don't block camera, so just put that under, but not too much. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, and then get this one in flip out. Oh yeah, that does exactly what I want to do. It is a little bit firmer than I would like, but you know what? I find sometimes when I get a new brush, it just needs to be washed a couple of times to kind of soften it almost. So I'm hoping that that is the case with this one, because the other two brushes were absolutely amazing. So I don't want to dismiss this one off the bat for being firm, but it is very, very firm. It actually almost feels like I'm poking my eye a little bit, which is quite uncomfortable and making my eyes water just a little bit. Don't water. Please stop watering. Just look nice and smooth. All right, time for the crazy eyeliner. This guy here, and if you haven't seen one, which you'd have to be living under a rock not to have, it looks like this. It literally has a roller ball. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see me applying this because I'm gonna have to get really close because these things are really annoying, but I'm gonna give it a go. All right. This sucks. Come on, give me an even. The whole point of this is supposed to give you a really simple, quick, even line. And it's really fighting me. And yeah, no, we're not. It's not even going on evenly. Like, it's a good black, but it's horrible. It is. I don't even know anyone that I would be able to give that to that would actually want it or use it, because it really does just, it's not good. I don't know, you can see it kind of like here it looks good, but then when I started to like try to roll it across there, half of it just disappeared. And it doesn't look good. I don't know why people invented that. Like, it's not what anyone wants. So I'm going to use my NYX Epic Ink Liner to just throw in a nice, quick, smooth line. Sorry, it's hard to talk. I'm putting on eyeliner. There we go, other side. Come on. Ah, haven't done a video in a while, so I'm a little bit nervous, so my hands are shaking a little bit, but it's okay. But see, look how quick that was. That was so fast. For mascara today, I'm going to use the Maybelline Chaotic Lash, which it's funny because everyone I know hates this mascara. And I kind of wrote it off because I was like, who wants to have messy eyelashes? That's just not what anyone wants. But I got it for free from a coworker because I think we were just like selling a bunch of them for super cheap, and so she bought a couple just because it was super cheap and gave me one. And I was like, you know what, I'm out of mascara at the moment and I'm broke, so let me just try this. And it is really nice. And actually I really like it because I have crazy sensitive eyes, so I have a really hard time with mascara. It's like that Lash Paradise that everyone loves, that's supposed to be a dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara. And don't get me wrong, it is beautiful. It makes my lashes look phenomenal. I am not going to argue those points at all, but what I will say is that it irritates my eyes so bad, and I find that after about an hour of wearing it, I just want to rip my eyeballs out. They get so sore, it's so painful, and it's just like, nope, not happening. And then I end up having to take off all of my makeup, and it's just not a good situation. But this one, I can wear it all day, and it's good. And now it does take a little bit of work so that your lashes don't get clumpy, because it is literally meant to clump your lashes. But if you just fiddle with it a little bit, I like it. It makes them super black, and it gives me all the volume that I want. And I think that's why I like it, because so many lashes out there are like, oh, we'll give you length, and I don't need length. I actually have pretty long lashes. I just need volume because they're pretty sparse. Alright, anyways, last but not least, I got this Lorac matte lip. It is in a nude, which is not my favorite. I'm not really one for nude lips. Sorry, I just want to wipe off my lip balm a little bit. Not really one for nude lips. I do always like to go as bold as I possibly can, preferring like at the very least reds, if not blacks and blues and greens and all that jazz. But you know what, I got it, and every now and again nude lip's not bad. And this look, even though I went with the neutral colors, still turned out to be rather smoky, so nude lip is fine. Let's see. Oh wow, that smells amazing. But you can't even see it. It's like my lip color. Okay. This is weird. Can you even see it? Oh yeah, you can. I mean, it smells absolutely amazing. And I can see it on camera, but funnily enough, when I'm looking in the mirror, it does not look like I have anything on my lips. So I will say I probably will not be going for this again, just because it's great that it looks nice on camera, but if I can't see it in person, I'm probably not going to wear it. The whole point for me to wear a lip color is to wear a lip color and because I have very weird looking lips. They look nice when they have color on them, but they're very uneven. So if I don't have color on them, they look very just kind of small and weird. And I don't want to wear a lipstick that doesn't look like I'm wearing lipstick. I want to look like I have lipstick on. But it feels nice. For a matte lipstick, it feels extremely creamy, and it smells so good. Like, I can still smell it. And usually by this point, after putting on a good smelling lipstick or a liquid lip, it goes away, but I can still smell it very strongly. So I do really like that. So hopefully I can find somebody that enjoys this more. Put my hair back down in front of my face because I hate having it pulled back. Anyways, thank you if you stuck around all the way till the end. I know it was really long, but it's been so long, and I didn't even update you on essentially anything. But I will try and get back into doing this more regularly so that they won't be so long in future. Alright, thanks for sticking around and checking me out. Alright, bye!